Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining the Educator Dashboard and joining in on the Teacher Transition Challenge, 5-day challenge that we're going to be doing throughout this whole week. So I know you're busy. I know you got stuff to do. So I'm going to jump right into it, get to the information, and let's get to the application of it. So first thing I want you to think about, right, when you're transitioning is we actually need to narrow things down. All right, we need to narrow things down and think about what is that thing that you really want to do. That way, we can kind of weed out all of the other things. So whenever you go into your search, if you're already in your search, then you probably know it can be pretty daunting, but we can basically break things down so that we can only focus on the things that really would make sense for us, right? We don't want to look at things that aren't interesting to us and don't align to our skill set. So here's the first action-based task that I want you to do. I want you to grab a sheet of paper and I want you to split it, right down the middle. Got two sides. We're going to take a little bit of an inventory, right? We got our interests and then we got our strengths. And I want you to make a list on both sides, right? What are the things that you're interested in? What do you enjoy, right? Me, I like STEM. I'm really interested in the K-12 space, not necessarily too much higher ed or anything like that. Leadership, outreach, maybe even looking into nonprofit organizations and curriculum, right? Those are the things that I kind of have a knack for and I like. Then you look in your strengths, right? What do you do really well that could apply directly to your next position? And it can be based in your current skill set. Doesn't necessarily have to be planning for anything as far as like upskilling or any other courses that you need to take. What can you do right now? What are you great at, right? Here's my list, right? I think I'm pretty decent at writing. Instruction, of course, I think that's going to be for most of us. Technology, if you have, that tech savvy kind of experience and you want to showcase that, that's awesome too. Add that in there. And then the list goes on, right? So if you're creative, which many people are, then you can add that there too, because that's going to be another key component for a lot of these resources and things that we're going to look into. Now, after you take your inventory, we want to then take this information and then we want to actually go and implement it into a search. For this, I want to keep it real simple and practical. Do a Google search. Go to Google, and what I want you to start doing is taking the words from your interests right here, and also looping in some of your strengths. And I want you to turn these into keywords in your search. But what I want you to do is basically take these, right, type them into your search bar in Google, and then add jobs to it, right, and see what you get. Then also what we can do is do a coupling of these, right? So I might do like STEM writing jobs, right, or STEM instruction jobs, STEM technology jobs, and just see what populates there. So that way you can start getting an idea of what things are going to be consistent in terms of your actual job recommendations and job titles. You're going to start seeing the same thing over and over again based on these searches because, again, these are going to act as keywords. So we want to make sure that our keywords are there because, honestly, keywords are key. Now, once you get that, I want you to take a look at the job titles that they give you, read through some of them, and make a list of those, right? Potential job titles that are related to your interest and strengths inventory. And then you can make a list of those things. And then from here, you can start digging into this list and looking at, well, I know I'm probably going to be interested in these things. So let me read up more about them and learn more about what this job entails, what the day-to-day looks like, and also what the pay looks like. Because I want you to then consider what are your non-negotiables, right? Non-negotiables being salary, your benefits package, all those things, right? Your time. What does all that look like so that you can map all of it out? And then, again, make an alignment to these.